What's up, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard with another Division 2 video. Today is Tuesday, February 23rd, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. Today, my friends, we are doing our weekly update where we go over the vendor reset. We give you a few friendly reminders to help with your gameplay. We talk about any of the changes that were made during the weekly maintenance, and we also go over any new league or global event that may have started. Now, if you happen to be new here, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. Finally, as most of you know, we have giveaways here, and our current one is for an Xbox Series X. However, more importantly, we will also be making a donation in the winner's name to St. Jude Children's Hospital for $500. The winner will be announced on April 4th to celebrate our 1-year anniversary at the channel, and all you need to do to enter is either subscribe here or follow us on Twitter. Either way is fine. As always, please keep in mind that watching our content is not a requirement to win. Only watch the things here you may enjoy. That's why you have the option of entering via Twitter. Having said that, let's get into today's video. So starting off with the weekly maintenance, it was all things that were done on the server side. So there was nothing done that changed anything in the game whatsoever. Therefore, right now we're going to go over the new Hollywood League as well as the Cersei League, which is now in its second week. As I mentioned last week, all of your stats should roll over to this week, so you should be able to complete all of the different challenges, get all of the rewards. I really haven't touched this thing as yet. I just haven't had enough time. I'm going to jump into it this week for sure because it is an easy way to get different things you may be looking for. You can see in the reward track that there happen to be a lot of things that new players or players who are just returning can really benefit from. In regards to recalibration or optimizing your weapons, there happen to be a lot of things in there that can really help you out. Next, my friends, I'd like to talk about the new Hollywood League. Now, this is a league we've had before. Personally, I won't be playing it. I didn't really enjoy it that much. However, it is a great way to earn some really good rewards if that's what you're looking for. Now, for those of you that may not know, the way the reward system works is this. You're going to gain stars when the league is active, and the more stars you have, the higher the tier you'll go. However, you also gain stars when you earn a shade level, and you can save those up to buy something from the season store. Now, one thing I'd like to mention really quick is you're only getting a star per shade level when the event is active. So I know a lot of people that can gain like 20, 30 shade levels in a day, and because of that, they're just stacking those stars up. And one thing I want to remind you as well is all of these stars will be gone from your inventory at the end of the event. Now, really quick, I'll show you where these season vendors are located. There's one at the White House right here at the base of operations. You go outside, you're going to see them set up right here, and there's also one in Haven in New York. You can see here all of the different caches that you have the ability to buy, and two things again, really quick. This event goes on for 1 week, and as it says at the bottom, you have to spend all of your stars before the week is up. If you don't, they will be taken away. Moving on, my friends, today is also the day that the weekly projects reset as well, and it happens to be some of the easiest ways to get exotic caches in the game. Starting off with the summit, all you need to do is complete 30 floors on any difficulty whatsoever. Next, we have the weekly shade requisition. Here, it's really simple. All you're doing is donating different components and food. Once you do that, you will get an exotic cache as a reward. And finally, for those of you that have the ability to do so, you can also do the weekly legendary mission, which will get you an exotic cache as well. Continuing on, my friends, I'm now going to show you the location of the Snitch, and as most of you know by now, finding the Snitch is how you gain access to the gunrunner Cassie Mendoza, who becomes available tomorrow. The only place I go every week is this same spot in the Federal Triangle by the 1040 safe house. What I recommend is if he's not there, reset your control points, go back once or twice, and he should show up. You can see on the screen that once you talk to him, it says the gun runner is revealed, and then what you'll do is you'll check your map and see where she's going to be located tomorrow. Did I just miss her? Where's she going to be? Over there she is, over to the right. So you can see there's a countdown on when she'll be available and when you can check out what she has to sell. Finally, my friends, before we get into the vendor reset, we're going to go over the invaded missions for this week. They are Camp White Oak, Bank Headquarters, and DCD Headquarters. Now, for the new players out there, you will need to complete those 3 missions before you have access to Roosevelt Island, which will then give you access to Tidal Basin. Now, a lot of you have asked, well, what about if you don't want to do the invaded mission? You have the ability to actually toggle that off with your controller. You can see at the bottom, all you do is hit Y for mission settings, you follow the prompts, and yeah, that's it, my friends. Now let's get into the vendor resets. Most of you know by now, I kind of rip through the vendor resets, just to give you the highlights. However, I recommend if you are new to the game, take your time and really check everything out. First thing we have here in the White House, named SMG safety distance. If you do not have this, pick it up. It is an awesome weapon. Moving on, we had another SMG, we have an AR there. Here is the D50, and I recommend picking up one of these, again, if you are new, because you will need that handgun in order to craft the Liberty exotic pistol, so you want to make sure you have one of those in your inventory. We then had a Douglas & Harding backpack, a Badger Tough piece of body armor, not too great there. Now let's make our way to the clan vendor, see what we have. And as we open up, contractor's gloves, buy these. Buy these right now. I would say buy 2. That way you can max one out, and anything you need to improve in your library, you can do so as well. These happen to be some of my favorite gloves in the game, regardless of if I'm running an LMG build or not. They're just really, really powerful. Let's see what we have here, my friends. Moving on, we have a hardwired holster, we have aces and eights holster, and then a True Patriot holster. Pretty decent rolls for all 3. Again, it's all going to be relative depending on the gear you have. We have a nice marksman rifle here. Let's see what the second one is. Yeah, this is a really good roll. Pretty good roll is here. Really nice LMG there. And what do we have? Golden gear mask, another marksman rifle, pair of gloves. And actually, with these gloves, here's y'all gear. And correct me if I'm wrong, and guys, let me know in the comments section down below. I thought the y'all gear was exclusive to the Dark Zone. I am definitely buying a pair. Let me know what you think down below, but I don't know if these should be here, but definitely pick them up. Finishing up here, we have a Douglas & Harding mask, and then mods and skill attachments. So now let's make our way to the next vendor, which will be the theater. And as we roll up to the vendor, let's see what we have, my friends. We have Baker's Dozen, nice named rifle there. Love this thing. It's not the best roll, but you can max out that rifle damage, so you can pick that up if it's something you need. Next, we have a shotgun, pretty decent. Same thing with this next rifle. Below that, we have some Fenris gloves. Let's see how those roll. Again, pretty good, Again, anything that improves your stuff, you definitely want to pick it up. We had some knee pads, then mods and skill attachments. Now let's make our way to the campus. Here we start off with the Designated Hitter, which is a named marksman rifle, which is a pretty decent roll. We have another marksman rifle there. Not that great. Not that great of an LMG. We have Sokolov mask. Pretty decent there, pretty decent holster for Walker and Harris, and then mods and skill attachments. Now let's make our way to the first Dark Zone West. Now, most of you that have seen my previous videos know that I don't go into the Dark Zone that often. However, I make sure that I check these vendors every week because sometimes there are items that are definitely worth grinding for. Typically, all I'm looking for are things that are exclusive to the Dark Zone that happen to be on sale. Now, in order to get those Dark Zone credits, you still need to go in, you need to get items and weapons, break them down, and then extract those credits. Therefore, for me and the type of gameplay I enjoy doing, I usually don't hit this up that often, again, unless it's something I really want to pick up. Haven't really noticed anything so far that you cannot get in the open world, so that's one of the factors I look for as well. Anyway, my friends, getting back to the stuff here, we started off with the named SMG, the Grudge, good weapon, but you can still get that in the open world. We had another SMG, an AR, a handgun, backpack, body armor, backpack, body armor, mods and skill attachments. Nothing too crazy. Now let's make our way to Dark Zone East. Let's see what we have here, my friends, as we roll up. We start off with the named Marksman Rifle Commando. Pretty decent roll, but again, that is an item you can find in the open world. We had another Marksman Rifle. We had LMG, not that great. Hunter's Fury Mask, so-so. Same thing with the holster, the next mask, and holster, mods and skill attachments. Now let's make our way to New York. And as we start to wrap this video up, I want to once again recommend for new players just returning, please make sure you take your time going through these vendors because a lot of the time you're going to find different attributes and talents that can improve your recalibration library. I know I mentioned this last week, but for me, for instance, I'm about 1,600 hours or so into this game, and there are still things that I have not been able to find in the open world that can max out certain stats in my library, so sometimes you do get lucky and you can find them at the vendor. Having said that, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this video up. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your continued support. As you know, we just cracked 10,000 subscribers, and the way you have welcomed me into the Division 2 community has been absolutely incredible, and I'm beyond thankful, my friends. Like I always mention, please make sure that if you have any questions or comments or feedback, let me know down below. If there are anything you may want to see on these weekly updates as well, please leave them in the comments section and I'll do my best to bring them to you. As I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you like this, you can hit the like button as well. But most importantly, as always, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.